RVBN, The Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, great personality profiles, great professional wrestling video blogs, great sports video blogs, great MBTA video blogs, great entertainment video blogs, top 10 lists of everything and anything, and a whole lot more. Hopefully, this year I get my first guest on my video blog to interview, and it's going to be somebody from Orlando, Florida. And RVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Time now is 3:51 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts, on Tuesday, April 25th, 2017. A damp and dreary day in New England. Cold rain in the 40s. Get this weather in April, which is don't like at all. We should be heading into spring and summer, not going back to cold weather. But there's a payoff later on this week. Some news to report on the RVBN News. Dale Earnhardt Jr., NASCAR racer, has announced he's retiring after the 2017 season. He had a great career. Also, it's Happy World Penguin Day. And a biography movie of WWE owner Vince McMahon is in the works for Sony TriStar Pictures. And Derek Jeter and Jeb Bush bought the Florida Marlins at an auction, and the Red Sox Yankees game has been rained out at Fenway Park. So WEI will be having sports talk at 7 p.m. and Nesson will probably be showing replays of Red Sox games. And that's about it on news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash with my second video blog subject of the day. May on RVBN. More great personality profiles. Next month will be personality profiles of Jim Longborg, Jerome McGinley, Jeff Van Gundy, Sean Mooney, Steve Nash, and many others. So stay tuned. And if you want a future subject for me to talk about, private message me. RVBN, Billerica, Massachusetts. Time now is 3:53 in the afternoon in Billerica, Massachusetts. I'm back. My second video blog subject of the day is the preview of the second round of the NHL playoffs, the conference semifinals. And the NHL playoffs, Stanley Cup playoffs, resume tomorrow night on NBCSN, CBC, and TVA Sports for the French-Canadian viewers. And all games here on forward are exclusively on NBCSN or NBC in the United States. No more regional sports networks carrying the games. They simulcast, they do their own version of the games. And this year, there's two Canadian teams in the second round. And here are the playoff series. It's the first wild card in the Eastern Conference, the New York Rangers, facing off against the second seed in the Atlantic Division, the Ottawa Senators. This is the second time the Senators and Rangers met in the playoffs. 2012, the Rangers won 7 games. And the preview of this series is, this series looks like a kind of a mismatch. The Rangers are getting the mojo in the playoffs. The Senators are probably one of the luckiest playoff teams in recent memory. They could have easily lost that series against the Boston Bruins. The Senators have 1 star. It's Erik Karlsson, and the rest of the players are average at best. And they also have a decent goaltender in Craig Anderson. He's no Vezina Trophy winner, but he gets the job done. Henrik Lundqvist of the Rangers looks pretty good, and the Rangers have an offense led by Steve Nash. Rick Nash. That's another sport. And I'm predicting the Rangers will win this series in 5 games. The other Eastern Conference semifinal series, the Washington Capitals, the number 1 seed in the Metropolitan Division and number 1 seed overall in the tournament in the Stanley Cup playoffs, face off against the number 2 seed Pittsburgh Penguins. The Penguins easily dispose of the Blue Jackets in 5 games, while the Capitals took care of the Maple Leafs in 6 games, and the Penguins have dominated the Capitals in the playoffs for years. And this series is going to be a breakthrough, I think, for the Washington Capitals. I think this is the year they beat the Penguins in the playoffs. I'm saying they're going to beat them in 7 games, and Ovechkin's going to have his moment, and he's finally going to get past the second round of the playoffs, and Brandon Hobie's going to play awesome. In the Western Conference semifinals, the number 3 seed St. Louis Blues facing off against the second wild card in the Western Conference, the Nashville Predators. This is the first time that the Predators and Blues met in the playoffs. And this series, I think that the Nashville Predators are going to advance in 5 games. Pekka Rinne is playing very hard, and Nashville gets it's done with. They have a balance of good offense and defense. St. Louis Blues had an up and down season. They had a good playoffs win against Wild, but I don't know if that will carry on to the next round, because I think Nashville, they got the monkey off their back with beating Chicago in the playoffs. And when that's happened sometimes, team that always loses every playoff series against a team that wins it a lot, when they get that off their back, then they go on a deep playoff run. So I think Nashville is going to go on a deep playoff run. And in the final series, the number 1 seed Anaheim Ducks of the Pacific Division facing off against the number 2 seed Edmonton Oilers. This is a very, very balanced matchup. The Ducks swept the Flames in 4 games, while the Oilers took care of the Sharks in 6 games. And this series is a toss-up. The Ducks are playing awesome hockey. They always turn it up a notch in the playoffs. The Oilers are upstarts. This is the first, playoff year for Connor McDavid, and he's been decent. And goaltender Cam Tablet has been okay, and I think somehow the Edmonton Oilers are going to pull off an upset in 7 games against the Anaheim Ducks. So that's about it. I'll be back later, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. My third and final video blog of the night, which will be about the WWE House Show card review from Madison Square Garden on September 29th, 1988, headlined by Macho Man Randy Savage defending the WWE Championship against the 8th Wonder of the World, Andre the Giant. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Bang guy. Molly Rosebud, WCCO accent, nice legs. Elizabeth Hart, so stunning. She's best. Amy Sweezy's awesome. Awesome Amy. Lynn Churchill, WPIX channel of New York. Such a rockin' cougar's got the best legs in New York. Say Banan. Bob Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. Best legs in Raleigh, North Carolina. Lisa Bell of WKMG News 6 in Orlando, Florida, has the 4th best legs in Orlando, Florida. Michelle Beto of Sports Nation and NBA Countdown rocks, and she's so charismatic. And in the words of Sean Lucia, get out! Bye now!